Okay then. This is Uncle Otto Plays Skyrim. So, for those new to this is really a playthrough slash help for my nephew. I'm gonna call him Tinderbox. It's a bit of an inside joke, kind of based on his name, but also the fact that he really likes fireworks. I'm sure he's going to light some things on fire here in Skyrim. And Tinderbox, this is for you. So this is Uncle Otto, and where we are is in the House of the Jarl in Whiterun. So I understand that Tinderbox has gotten to this point. He has talked to the Jarl, so I just want to make sure that he's got the quest, because that's really important. So I'm going to run over there. So dragons? Oh, talks of dragons. Oh my goodness. So the Jarl's over here. This is where you talked to him originally. Then he goes and he takes you over here because he's like, oh man, you're a hero. I mean, assuming you picked that you're a hero and you're there to warn him about the dragons. So make sure you warn him about the dragons. Then he sends you over to this dude here, who's his like head wizard guy. It's Farengar, Secret Fire. He's the head wizard dude, and he tells you, hey, there's this cool tablet that I need, and it's in Bleak Falls Barrow, and it's an old crypt of the ancient ones. And so he sends you out there. I'm getting there, man. He's a bit pushy, isn't he? Anyways, so you talk to him, you get the quest. Now you can tell if you have the quest because if you go here, it's not going to tell you. That's for sure. What you want to do is you want to go here, and in quests, you will see Bleak Falls Barrow. And you see the quest, the objectives, talk to Farengar. Well, I did that, so that's filled in. But you see, retrieve the dragon stone. That is not filled in, because that means I still need to go get that. So if you have that, you've got the quest, you are all set. Now, what do you want to do? I'm flailing my arms around like you can see me. That's just how I talk. It's fine. Hopefully it comes across in the recording. Anyways, I wish I could get my character to flail his arms around. Probably could. There's like emotes and stuff, but I'm not really sure how to do them. Oh, I'm very glad to know that. That's the inn. You can meet cool people there, but we don't have time for that. We want to go and do this quest because this is main storyline quest, but it's really important because you need this to really progress further and to get to be your dragonborn son. So when you're in here and you're in the Jarl's house, cool house, but you can't fast travel. So you want to leave the house. You got to get out of there. And now this is a great tip. Now I have to admit, it took me far too long to figure out that you could fast travel to places, which makes it so much easier than running around from town to town. How do you fast travel? Well, you hit your B key, and you go to bring up this menu, and you go to your map. And you go to your map, and you see you are currently in the Dragon Reach. Down here is Whiterun, which is the second town. That's also, by the way, the town where you can get your first house, most likely. You want to scroll down, and here you have Riverwood. This is that town that you were stuck in. Well, guess what? You want to go back there because you see this over here, Bleak Falls Barrow. That's where you're going, and it's easiest to get there by going back to Riverrun. This is your quest marker. That's where you have to go, but it's actually deep within the mountain. It's in Bleak Falls Barrow, so you have to go to Bleak Falls Barrow. So we're gonna highlight Riverwood, hit your A key, set destination. It's gonna pop up fast travel to Riverwood because you've been there before. You can fast travel to it. Awesome. Hit yes, and boom. You are on your way, and it's going to save you a lot of running. Okay? Now, you start at the entrance to Riverwood. So, as you can see, you came down from there when you escaped the thing. So, you came down there. So, you're going to go through the town. You have to go through the town. Now, it's nighttime, so I wouldn't suggest going through any of the buildings. But, once again, if you are, if it's daytime, you can go and talk to people. You can go into the shop, get supplies and stuff. Now, I want to show you what I have. I have a sword in one hand, and right now I have sparks, which I just like the effect of. But your friend is right. I did look it up, and if you go to magic here, you can see destruction magic. Flames does 8 points of damage, and it sets a target on fire, which means it takes extra damage for a cost of 12 mana per second. Whereas sparks only does 8 points of damage, same as the fire, but it damages magicka. So if you're fighting a wizard, sparks is actually probably the better one to do. If you're not, it's flames is probably the better one to do. So I'm going to switch to flames from sparks. Sparks also cost more mana, so flames you can do a lot more. Now I want to show you a cool thing. When you bring up your magic thing, you have your other spells, right? So I have, I got a spell scroll, so I can raise a zombie from a dead body. I can raise a zombie and it'll fight for me. Kind of cool. Let's see if I can use it. I don't know if I'll be able to. Restoration. I have a healing spell. That's kind of cool. And you equip it. You equip it to your left or right trigger. Will equip it, and you can always heal yourself. So if you want to have healing as your other power, that's great. But you can't use two-handed weapons then. I'll get to that in a minute. But anyways, I just want to go here. Powers. So this is where you would use your Nord power, and you equip your Nord power. So my Nord power is Ancestor's Wrath. So for 60 seconds, an opponent that gets too close takes 8 points of fire damage. Because I'm a dark elf. You have a different. I think you have Battle Cry as a Nord. You can equip that, but you have to equip it to your left trigger or your right trigger. You can also add it to your favorites, and then you can pull that up whenever you want. So that's really useful. So I'm just going to, I put that in my favorites, so that's in there now. Active effects just tells me what my active effects are. So because I'm a dark elf, I am 50% resistant to fire, and the Mage Stone, which is what I attuned to, gives my magic skills improved 20% faster because I'm going to play a magic using thing. So that's cool. But then I want to show you my weapon. So I bought from the store, actually in the river town here during the daylight, I bought an iron sword, and it does. Oh no, I thought I bought a different sword. Oh well. I guess I didn't. Anyways, I have the iron sword. It does 8 damage, but it's one-handed. So what I have is I have the sword in one hand, and you can see, even though the axe, the great axe, does more damage, it's slow and it's two-handed. Whereas I can shoot fire and use my sword at the same time. So it's a kind of course now I ran out of stamina because I kept doing it, but it's great for fighting. It's just a different play style, but if you want to use your Ancestor's Wrath, you would have to equip a one-handed weapon, I believe. How do you bring up your favorites? You press the up button on your D-pad, and you hit that, and then you can equip that. I think. Oh yeah. So that's right. You don't have to. So you can use your power, because what you're going to use is your right bumper. It's like right above your right trigger, that bumper thing. That will actually use your power. So you can equip it to your character. So play around with that. Play with all the buttons. Check out the controls. It'll be very useful. Anyways, going back to the thing, we are going to Bleak Falls Barrow because we want to complete the quest. So. It's right here. Now, the first time I ever played Skyrim, I will tell you, I was looking at the map. So I brought up the map and I said, oh, look at that. It's way up here. So what I did was I just went into the countryside and I ran up the mountain. That is not an effective way of getting anywhere, I will tell you. It took me probably over an hour to finally get to Bleak Falls Barrow, and I had no idea how I did it either. I just ran up the mountain. So going back, it was a little better because I actually realized that there was a path when I was on my way back. I was like, oh, well, that's a much easier way to get back. But Point is, don't do that. You want to use the path. And what you're going to do is you're going to run over this bridge here. This is the same way that you went to get to Whiterun and go to the Jarl's place. But this is where it splits, right? So you took the right here and you went and you ran to Whiterun. What you're going to do is take the left. Okay, and it looks kind of like, it kind of stops. It's not like a real path, but it is. And you see these stacked stones. This is what they use for determining that there's a path. Now, what's really cool is, so your Aunt Mary and I were in Iceland last month, and we actually saw this. And the Icelandic people, they're like kind of the last of the Vikings. They're basically the last remnants of the Vikings, and they keep a lot of the culture. So this area reminds me so much of Iceland, and Icelandic people actually use this to, do like paths and stuff. So the great thing about this is you can use this and just follow it. And as long as you see those stacked stones, you're going on the right path, because you can see it's not the best road ever. Now, up here, spoiler alert, there's a wolf. So you have to kill it because it's going to attack you. See stacked stones, so there's the wolf. So I'm going to flame it, and then boom, I got it. See that? Yeah. So it's, the two-handed thing, I kind of like it. Now, make sure you search it. Search wolf pelt, get it, because you can sell it and you can craft with it later on in the game. But early in the game, you're going to probably sell it. And you keep going on the path, and there's the stacked stones, so I know I'm on the right path. So I'm just going to keep going along. And I have to say, when you played this game as long as I have, you start really loving the soundtrack. It's soothing in a way. It's just kind of a nice soundtrack to play in the background. Stacked stones, so you're on the way. I'm going to keep going. Now it's going to get wintry here. Don't worry, it doesn't do any damage to you. As far as I can tell, I've never taken damage from cold. It might, when you get into the real cold weather, but I think unless you use a mod, you're going to be fine. Okay, now up ahead, you see this lookout tower thing. So I am not going to spoil it for you. There's stuff up there. Well, I'll spoil it a little bit. There's bandits there that you have to, if you want to go explore it, you have to kill. I encourage you to go to the tower, because if you go all the way up to the top of the tower, there is treasure up there. So I encourage you to go get that treasure. We're not going to need to do that because we're going to not spoil it for you. And this is actually my second talk through of this, because the first time I went and killed them, and then I was like, I didn't really actually have to do that. I could just, maybe I do. See, now I can't find the path. Maybe you do have to kill them. So I could have sworn there was a way not to kill them, and you probably can, because you can always sneak, right? So I could sneak and possibly not kill them. If I really, really, really wanted to. Oh, here we go. Oh, look at that. See that? Let me just see. Are they coming after me? They're going to let me go. Okay, cool. So I went back by them, and you see that there's this path up here. So they're down there. I'm up on this path here. This is to Bleak Falls Barrow, and it's very similar. Now, when you get to this, you see this thing flapping in the wind? That means I've arrived at the real destination. This is like a major plot point, if you will, or something that's on the map. So it's flapping in the wind. I've arrived there. You can see it in the distance. It's a pretty cool, dungeon, basically, with the wind blowing and the snow and stuff. It's pretty cool. But, I'm going to keep running, and I'm going to see, boom, Bleak Falls Barrow discovered. Awesome. So I'm going to keep running, and I'm going to actually attack these bandits because I want to show you, there's the stacked track, so you're on the right track. Here, of course, it's easy because there's stairs, but whatever. So I'm going to attack these bandits because, check this out, I'm going to do Ancestor's Wrath. Maybe I'm not. Oh, I can only use it once a day. Okay, that's good to know. So ancestor powers can only be used once a day, and I wasted mine. So let's see that he's on fire. He's taking damage. Yeah, I mean, I'm not doing great because I'm talking and fighting, and this guy's throwing arrows at me, which is not cool. Now, I want to show you something. So I'm taking damage here, right? What I can do is I can hit the B button, and boom, I am in the thing. It pauses it, so you can kind of get tactical. So, for example, I want to go to my items. Boom, I'm going to go to potions. I'm going to say, you know what? I want to drink a healing potion. Drink a healing potion. Boom, boom, and I'm fully healed. Then maybe I want to put this on my weapon. Okay. Do you want to poison the iron sword? Yes, I do. It's a waste to do it here because this guy's going to die anyways. But you know, it's kind of cool. So, oh yeah, see, I killed him pretty quickly. Yeah, you know, but whatever. And now, boom, look at that. I leveled up and everything. So, you know, I got him. And what I would do is I would go and loot all the bodies, obviously. Get there. I don't want his other stuff. I just want his gold. So I'm gonna come here. You know, body, loot the body, get the gold, get the gold. Ooh, he had all. He had 7 gold. That's pretty cool. So I come up here, running, and I'm just following the stairs basically. You can use Y to jump. Eee, jump, jump. This is my character, so you can see him. This is a guy. I don't know if I can actually move the camera. I guess I can't. Okay. Well, never mind. Sorry. Okay, and here is the door. This is the entrance to Bleak Falls Barrow. So you go in here, you follow it, you kill the things that are in here, you get all the treasure, you get a dragon stone and a bunch of other stuff. I'm not going to spoil it for you. You can explore. This is a place where you can just kill everything. You don't have to worry about talking to it. They're all bad. So, you know, have fun. And, you know, let me know if you have any questions, and I'll do another video to explain. And this has been Uncle Otto Plays Skyrim.